All right, guys, so right now you're thinking, what the hell am I looking at? So all of this crap right here is gonna end up looking like this right here. And we're gonna go step by step, piece by piece, and talk about how this whole thing works. Let's get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the thing. So first and foremost, we have a 3/4 inch floor plate. So this is galvanized, but you don't have to use galvanized. You can use whatever you want. All right, so 3/4, and then all your pieces, all your pipes are gonna be 3/4 also. That just makes sense, right? All right, so we have a 3/4 by 3.5 inch. And this is what's gonna make it stick out from the wall. So I didn't want anything too crazy big, but obviously you want it to stick out a little bit, enough to give you some clearance. And you can wear a glove, or I'm just using a rag. This doesn't have to be like cinched down. You don't have to worry about thread lock or all that craziness. Of course, if you want to, you can. That's great. Next, I have a 3/4 inch T. So this first T will just connect here, and it's going to be straight up and down. And once we kind of get through this, I will explain why and how this setup works. Okay, so even that out, twist it back a little bit, too much, right about yonder is good. I'm just eyeballing this. You can be a super duper motivated person and measure it all out perfectly if you want to, but I'm not. All right, so next we have a 3/4 by 1.5 inch, and that's gonna go on the bottom here. Again, we're gonna get into the why here in a second. Just taking it step by step for you guys. That way, if you want to inquire and purchase this for your own setup, you know exactly what to do, step by step. All right, so we got that. All right, next, what do we got? We have our 3.5 by 4 inch, and that is gonna go at the top here. All right, 3.5 by 4 inch, or sorry, 3.25 by 4 inch. I don't know why I said 3.5, sorry. All right, boom, so far, so good, right? All right, now we're gonna do our next 3/4 inch floor plate, and that's gonna go on top of this 4 inch bar right here. No, I'm not making some meth lab craziness. I know it's weird. You're wondering what's going on. You don't know what to do with yourselves. I get it. All right, so that's nice and tight. All right, so here we have the part that bolts to the wood there, which will go to the wall. We have this top piece here. Now what do we got down here? All right, so that's where our next T comes into place. And this time, instead of being up and down, it's gonna be horizontal. So instead of being vertical, we're gonna be horizontal. And we're gonna twist that. Again, we're gonna be eyeballing because, it doesn't really freaking matter. All right, let me see if I can go one more. Yeah, I can go one more. All right. And just a smidge. That's looking pretty eyeballed. All right, so next we have two of these 3/4 inch by 6 inch. So these are gonna be our arms. So go here, and that's why this is horizontal. So that way your arms can extend outward. Rag or your gloves, whichever, or if you're going to be super duper and use some sort of pipe wrenches, whatever you want to do. All this is going to be manly snugged by hand. All right, our next 6 inch arm, get that nice and snug like. All right, so now it's kind of coming together. We're seeing what we're getting here. All right, and then this next piece, or these next two pieces, are simply for aesthetics. These are just end caps. Nothing wrong with leaving these open right here at the end. I just wanted to clean it up a little bit. Nothing crazy. It's only a couple more dollars. Might as well, finish off the look. So these end caps, these are just 3/4 inch end caps, and you go ahead and screw those on. Get them as snug as you'd like. Totally up to you. Again. All right, next end cap. All right, boom. Here we have a plate carrier and helmet mount. So you're like, okay, how does this work? So I have a 12-inch piece of wood here, and this is just poplar. You can use pine. I don't really recommend pine because it's really, really soft. Poplar isn't that hard of a wood, but still a little bit better than pine. You can use oak, maple, whatever you want to use. I just got poplar because it's pretty cheap, and it's not really necessary. However, I didn't want to bolt this floor plate straight to the wall. Now, obviously, we're going to find studs. We're going to do all that. However, I didn't want to just screw this to the wall and then have it resting against the sheetrock on this backside. So that's where that wood comes into place, and it's just going to help, you know, disperse that weight evenly across, you know, that flat surface instead of digging into the sheetrock. At the end of the day, you can do what you'd like. If you want it to go into the sheetrock, great. If you want to use this wood method where it kind of spreads that load out, again, totally up to you. It was only a few dollars for the 2 pieces of wood, not the end of the world. All right, so let's go ahead and show you how this actually works. And then I'm gonna go through, I'm actually gonna go ahead and stain these a weathered gray, the wood here. And then I'm gonna be spraying the pipe with this hammered cocoa brown, and it's just a nice little hammered, like kind of bronzish color. Reason I'm doing that is because obviously these pipes are pretty dirty, so I don't want that residue to be left on my plate carriers and helmet and stuff. So I'm gonna wipe them down, obviously, you know, clean them up a little bit with some acetone or, you know, some paint thinner, whatever, just to clean it up a little bit. And then I'll be spraying them with this cocoa brown. The wood will be stained with this weathered gray, as I stated. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this is gonna work, and we're gonna get to it, guys. All right, stand by. All right, guys, so got the wood stained and this floor plate painted. So I went ahead and found my studs, so 16 in center, and I went ahead and threw my 2 3-inch screws into the stud there, and then there's 4 screws in this floor plate, so 2 of which are in line with the stud. These 2 are just into the wood and the sheetrock. They aren't anchored into a stud, but with these 4 screws being anchored in, we're gonna be just fine. It's not gonna go anywhere. And got my second piece right here. And all that's gonna happen is this is gonna screw into this here, and we're gonna have ourselves a plate carrier and helmet holder. And I'm gonna go ahead and screw that in and get back with you guys, and we'll see what we got. And there we have it, guys. So that is my plate carrier and helmet holder, and I went ahead and threw a couple of little levels on there just to show you that it is lined up. I eyeballed it and then went ahead and made sure that it was nice and even. So I'm gonna throw my flak and Kevlar on here, and we'll see what we got. So there we have it. We got the plate carrier Kevlar set up, all freaking good. Does have plates in there, so it's not light by any means. I mean, it's not the heaviest thing in the world, but we're good. That extra base plate up there, I bet you were wondering what that's for. So like I said, that just gives you a nice good base for your Kevlar to not be all wobbling around. If you didn't have that plate up there and it was just the like one of these end caps, it would be kind of, you know, wonky. So I wanted to add that extra just stability there. So I think it looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and mount a second one there for my other plate carrier and Kevlar. And we're good, guys. I hope this tutorial helps you out, and let me know what you think. Appreciate it.